Tyson here for PSB Sports. I'm lucky enough to be joined by former WBO heavyweight world champion and New Zealand sensation Joseph Parker. How are you, Joe?
I'm good, thanks. Good afternoon from Vegas.
Oh, nice here in sunny Vegas, training hard, working away as usual with Kevin Barry. How's training camp started, Joe, and how are you feeling?
Training camp is good. You know, it's I think we're into our 4th week now, and I'm feeling great. Feeling like there's progress and and what we were trying to achieve in camp. Strength work, fitness is great. Getting some good rounds in for sparring, so everything is looking up and heading the right way towards fight time.
Of course, I can imagine. And I mean, you fought here in the UK before. You know what it's like to come on the big stage. It's not something you're not used to. Do you think you'll take a lot from fighting in the UK as an experience going into the Dillian Whyte fight?
Yeah, I feel like fighting. This will be my 3rd fight in the UK now in a row. So I feel like those other 2 times we have a routine and we have a setup that we feel that we're comfortable with, and I feel like it's going to help extremely well for us, heading into this fight, knowing what we know, knowing where we're staying, knowing what we're training, and everything that we've set up from the last experiences we had there.
Do you think that you needed to go straight back into a big fight after just coming out of one?
Oh, I feel like for every heavyweight, that the goal is to be world champion, and now that I've lost the belt, it's not about fighting those who you think you can beat. It's about fighting those who will challenge you and who will progress you. And I feel like Dillian's at the top, and so he'll bring out the best in me, and we're both hungry to be champions. So I feel like it's there's no point mucking around, just get straight back into it.
I know that Eddie Hearn has applied for this fight to be a final eliminator for WBO. I know there's no confirmation on that just as yet, but if it is a final eliminator, that would mean the winner goes on to fight Anthony Joshua again for both of you, and for either who wins. Is that something you would relish, to fight Anthony Joshua in England again?
Oh, listen, I would love the opportunity. There's from that first fight, there's a lot to be learned from it, and for me at the moment, it's just my full focus on Dillian Whyte, and once if everything does go well, then I don't really care what happens after that. I'll fight Joshua, I'll fight whoever, but for now, I'll my focus has to be on Dillian, because I can see he's training extremely hard. He's a tough competitor, a tough opponent.
No, of course, 100%. I mean, Dillian Whyte's on a massive winning run. He's beaten some world contenders as well, and he's going to be confident he's going to be able to get you out of the way as well.
Hey, listen, he's confident. He wouldn't have taken this fight if he was confident. I'm confident going into any fight. So there's no when you have.
No, of course. And I mean, Tyson Fury made a comment recently that about the heavyweight fighters in England. He said when he was making comments about Anthony Joshua, he said, well, he struggled against Joseph Parker, and he said Joseph Parker's a poor man's Tyson Fury. That's what Tyson Fury said about you. What's your thoughts on what Tyson Fury said?
Well, I don't really pay attention to what Tyson Fury says. For me, it's good to see him back in the heavyweight division. He brings a lot of character, and he brings a lot of excitement. So, listen, there's a lot of times he says things just from the top of his head. So, I felt like if I feel that I did good against him, then I think I just focus on myself and focus on the positives.
I know Tyson Fury's only had one comeback fight, and that's Cephas Free. We can't really take too much from that. But could you see yourself maybe one day in the future in the ring against Tyson Fury?
I can see myself fighting anyone in the heavyweight division making noise at the moment. I feel like, I feel like he's one of the best, and I would love the opportunity to fight him one day. I want to challenge myself with everyone who's top in the heavyweight division, who's the best.
And there's an interesting situation going on with Kubrat Pulev at the moment. So he won the purse bids against Jarrell Miller, and the fight was meant to be staged in Bulgaria. That fight is now likely to be off. And next in line to be called up, because Povetkin's fighting Joshua, so is Hughie Fury. And Hughie Fury looks to be going to purse bids against Kubrat Pulev. If that fight is to happen, who would you believe would come out the winner?
Oh, I think that'll be a great fight for both fighters. I think Pulev's obviously a lot of skill and a lot of power, but seeing how Hughie's improved with that last fight that he had, I feel like he'll cause him a bit of trouble and a bit of, it'll make it hard for him.
Of course. And talking about the heavyweight division, there was a big mix-up recently between Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. We thought the fight was going to be done. It was on, it was off, it was on, and now it's definitely off again. What's your thoughts on that fight not happening? And do you believe that Joshua is maybe running scared a little bit?
I don't think we can say he's running scared. You know, he's as a champion and someone who's fought 21 fights, 20 knockouts. You can't say he's scared. I just feel like maybe they didn't agree to, or they didn't come to finalising something everyone's happy with, or maybe I can sort of sense that Joshua. I think Joshua makes the calls. You know, he wants to fight when he's ready, and so I'm not sure if he's ready now or if he is ready, or there's things happening in the background. You'll never know the full story, but I feel like it's a fight that should happen, a fight that everyone wants to see happen, and we want to see who the best out there is.
No, of course. I mean, Tyson Fury said that he would jump in with Deontay Wilder now. Do you think he's just bluffing the public when he says that, or do you think he's genuinely serious about that?
I think he's genuinely serious. You know, when Tyson Fury says something, you gotta give it to him. You know, I mean, he's just come back and had one fight, but if he's calling him out relentlessly, so I think maybe that's the fight he wants.
Of course. I mean, so boxing in New Zealand is growing very much at the moment, Joe, and obviously you're at the front runner for that. I mean, especially as a former heavyweight world champion, how much do you think it means to your country for you to regain the status as heavyweight world champion again?
It'll mean a lot. You know, there's New Zealand and Samoa both supporting me, both countries supporting me, and for me to continue to progress and improve and get better and hopefully be champion again, it'll mean a lot to the countries for their great support.
Of course, and I remember we spoke about this before, briefly, about when you did fight Anthony Joshua, and a lot of people did have the same opinion as what you had. A little bit on the referee. Do you think the referee really took a lot of your chances away in that fight? In a sense, a lot of the time when you got close or you started to unload on Joshua, he said break, and there wasn't really a real reason for it. Is that what you believe as well?
During the fight, I didn't really pay attention to it. After the fight, watching the fight, you can say that he sort of stopped us from, fighting in the inside. But you can never blame the referee. It's the public's seen it, and you just gotta deal with it. A loss is a loss. Joshua, I thought that Joshua boxed a lot better than I thought he would, and he adjusted his style accordingly. On fight night.
I know that you can't ever look past your next opponent because you've got a very tough fight in front of you, and as well as you know. But what is the career path for you? When you do get past Dillian Whyte, obviously you believe that you will. What is next for you?
Oh, anyone. Listen, like I said, if everything goes well with Dillian Whyte and get past him, hopefully they get a good result, and I'll fight anyone. I don't care who it is.
Do you think it's important for you to fight again in New Zealand sometime soon?
I think it is. I think it'll be important to fight back in New Zealand sometime, but at the moment, it doesn't really make sense. The UK scene is where the heavyweights are at the moment. So for us to get amongst it and be, fighting and competing against fighters over there, it makes sense at the moment.
Okay, and can we have a quick prediction from you ahead of the Dillian Whyte fight live from the O2?
Yeah, listen, I back myself. I've changed up a bit of things in training. I'm not going to move around as much in the fight. I want to stand there and throw more punches. So I feel like I want to catch him and I'll knock him out. And he probably feels the same. But it comes down to whoever wants it more.
Do you take a lot of confidence from the fight with Derek Chisora and stuff, and see a lot of flaws in Dillian Whyte that you can maybe exploit?
Of course, with every fight that he's had, we can pick on a few things. But you can never expect the same fighter that's fought those fighters. You're always going to expect the best. So I'm sure he's going to work on a few things that come stronger and better and faster.
Do you believe that Dillian Whyte has got power to maybe even hurt you? I know you've never been knocked down in sparring or in a fight, but I mean every fight is different, I suppose, and it's heavyweight boxing. Any time anyone gets caught clean, they have a risk of going down. Everyone's a big man, but does Dillian Whyte carry enough power, do you believe, to threaten you in that sense? Is that why you are more reluctant to trade with him?
Listen, every heavyweight has power to knock out someone else. So, of course he has power, and of course, if the right punch lands in the right place, it can be lights out. But I'm not planning on it. You know what I mean? I'm not planning on getting knocked out or being really hurt. So it's it's one of those ones where you're going in confident and positive with your game plan.
Of course, of course. Well, I'd like to say good luck, Joe. It'd be good to see you when you're in the UK in a bit, when you're down here again in a few weeks. And we'll catch up for another interview then. But good luck for the rest of camp until then, and see you ahead of fight week.